this! For the sake of our relationship.
Slapper dot bass.
Please stop. Please stop. Thank you.
I'm slapping the bass!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest bass riffs. For this list, we'll be ranking the most popular or well-known songs that also possess memorably complex bass lines. We realize there are great bassists out there in every genre, composing some groundbreaking material, but these songs deserve special attention. Know of any great bass licks we missed? Let us know in the comments.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
This could fall apart at any moment. Everything's just hanging by a thread.
Number 10. Maxwell Murder, Rancid. The world of punk rock isn't always known for the complexity of its musicianship, but Rancid has always been a notable exception. Matt Freeman is up there with the genre's best, an outlier from the often simplistic technique of many punk bassists in the fact that he works his way all up and down the neck. Root notes? Matt Freeman laughs at your root notes and instead does a bitch and bass solo during Maxwell Murder that is straight fire. Freeman's bass actually fills out the entirety of Maxwell Murder, pumped up high in the mix so we can hear just how much the Rancid and Operation Ivy veteran makes every song better by his playing. Number 9. One Nation Under a Groove, Funkadelic. Simply stated, Bootsy Collins is a beast. He's a funk bass playing icon, and he was joined by two other fantastic fat stringers on Funkadelic's 1978 commercial smash, One Nation Under a Groove.
Here's a chance to dance our way out of our constriction.
The album credits Collins, Skeet Curtis, and Boogie Mosone on bass duties, but you'll likely be too busy getting down to notice who's laying down those fat grooves. Funk and soul bass playing serves as an essential cornerstone of those genres, working together with the drums to conjure up the proper energy.
Nothing but fun. One nation under a groove.
One Nation Under a Groove doesn't feature anything particularly fancy, but here the difficulty lies with finding that pocket, spreading out when you can, and getting lockstep and filling up that dance floor. Number 8. Immigrant Song, Led Zeppelin. One of the secrets of Led Zeppelin's success was the amazing sum of its creative parts. Oh sure, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, and John Bonham may have got all the attention, but it's not unfair to say that bassist John Paul Jones was the band's secret weapon. Want proof? Look no further than Immigrant Song, one of Led Zepp's most popular tunes. This doesn't make it overrated, however, and the song also features a monster of a bass run that is repeated a number of times. It's easy to miss since it shows up beneath Robert Plant's vocals, but a deeper listen finds Jones running his way over the fretboard like a Viking warrior charging down the battlefield to victory. Number 7. Hammer Smashed Face, Cannibal Corpse. The extreme death metal underground doesn't always get the respect it deserves when it comes to the level of its musicianship. Thankfully, Cannibal Corpse bassist and songwriter Alex Webster seems to be an exception to this rule, with musicians from all walks of life realizing what sort of skill and technique goes into executing this music. Hammer Smashed Face was an early example of this, featuring a classic finger-picked phrase from Webster that leads into one of the band's most popular and brutal songs. Cannibal Corpse only got more intense from there, however, crafting a career full of dizzying technical exercises, including another memorable bass workout from Webster on the track Frantic Disembowelment. Number 6. Teen Town, Weather Report. It may seem strange that a jazz rock album would be so commercially successful, but the 70s, as they say, were a different time. Radio was a weird, wild, and wide-open place back in the day, and it wasn't uncommon for the smooth fusion of Weather Report to be played alongside the popular soft rock, funk, and soul of the day. Teen Town was a showcase for bass deity Jaco Pastorius, a standout cut from Weather Report's landmark 1977 album, Heavy Weather. The song possesses a loose and meandering feel, allowing Jaco to indulge himself in some atmospheric bass licks atop some swirling synth and congas. Pastorius even recorded drums for the track, essentially working as a one-man rhythm section. Number 5. Panic Attack, Dream Theater. Panic Attack indeed. Dream Theater wastes no time in showing you what's up with John Mayung's bass playing, as this track from the prog metal icon's 8th album opens up with a neck-cracking lick from the master himself. The track on the whole is classic Dream Theater, bombastic, complex and melodic, but also heavy as hell. There's a frenetic energy to Panic Attack that seems to stroll hand in hand with the title, an edge-of-the-seat thrill ride that's barely hanging on to sanity. Everyone is firing on all cylinders here, especially Mayung, who restrains himself for the most part, but branches out with some serious finger stretching that makes our hands hurt just at the thought. Number 4. Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth, Metallica. Bass solo, take 1. These were the words that kicked off Metallica's instrumental Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth. They were also the harbinger of who would go on to become one of the thrash metal world's foremost bass assassins, Cliff Burton. Although Burton is no longer with us, his work on Metallica's first 3 albums cemented him as a legend. Many fans justifiably point to Orion as a crowning achievement for Cliff, but we just love the raw intensity that's brought to the table with Anesthesia. From the overdriven pedal and wah-wah to drummer Lars Ulrich's energetic accompaniment, it's one of the most perfect bass exercises ever put to tape. Number 3. Heart of the Sunrise, Yes. Yes was another band that achieved breakthrough commercial success in the 70s, despite being considered synonymous with a genre notorious for being uncommercial, progressive rock. Roundabout was a huge hit for the band and featured great bass playing from Chris Squire. But let's face it, Heart of the Sunrise is just a tour de force. The opening 3 minutes alone earns it a spot on this list, as Yes bursts through with an aggressive riff that leads into a funky run by Squire and drummer Bill Bruford. It moves in 4/4 time, but it feels so dynamic by how Squire works off Bruford's beats that it gets our heads nodding every time. Number 2. Jerry Was a Race Car Driver, Primus. We could have easily populated our list with only Primus songs. That's how massively influential Les Claypool has been to the art of avant-garde bass playing. Tommy the Cat and My Name is Mud are two favorites around WatchMojo headquarters. But we have to give our number 2 slot to the heavy and aggressive jam, Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. Claypool's distinctive tone and relentless technique are set on full display with a main riff that's slapped, plucked, and beaten into submission. Jerry Was a Race Car Driver is deceptively heavy as well, and even features one of the most memorable uses of film sample ever, when Bill Moseley's Chop Top from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 exclaims, "Dog will hunt." Before we name our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. More Love, Victor Wooten, Instrumental Jazz Fusion Madness. Aeroplane, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Do we really need to tell you how great Flea is? I'm overcoming gravity. I'm overcoming gravity. Boris the Spider, The Who. A proper showcase for John Entwistle's dizzying bass talent. I need my little friend. Boris the Spider. Hysteria, Muse. Sometimes just keeping it even and steady can be underappreciated.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. YYZ, Rush.
Well, prepare to be Rushified!
One does not simply close out a discussion about complex bass playing without placing Geddy Lee in Rush at the number 1 spot. YYZ was another outlier for progressive rock, an insanely involved and intricate instrumental that somehow remained memorable. A prog hit single? Perhaps. All we know is that Geddy's fretboard gymnastics during the main verse riff are catchy as hell, while what he plays behind guitarist Alex Lifeson's lead runs is somehow even more impressive. Oh, and did we mention the great little lick around 1:38? Incredible. YYZ doesn't even feel like a 5-minute song. We wanted to keep going, revealing more melodic secrets to us like a classic Russian doll. It's worth all the hype.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
Think back to every time you stuck your neck out for someone who didn't deserve the time of day. What a hopeless failed attempt.